Here's how you can easily design and troubleshoot wireless networks. For designing, we'll just use a web browser and a picture of the floor plan. I'm putting that in. And for the troubleshooting on site, we will use an iPhone and a Wi-Fi measurement device. We'll start by answering the question, where should we place radios and how many Wi-Fi access points should we buy? So first, we probably want to consider the walls a little bit. We want to understand where the main walls of the building are, where are the main doors, and things of that nature, maybe the windows as well. And we will import those into our plain floor plan file, and we automatically get a three-dimensional model out of the thing. Now, we could manually start to design the wireless network. Let's go back to 2D, like this, by just moving the access points, choosing your favorite radio here, whatever you want. Okay, but let's ask the computer where to place these Wi-Fi access points. Okay, there we go. The system takes its time to calculate them. The tool also optimizes your Wi-Fi channels, your channel widths, and everything to maximize the coverage and minimize the interference. Now we can, of course, manually fine-tune the plan and do whatever we want and see how the signals are attenuated by the walls, things like that. Okay, so that's great. Next, we might want to discuss a little bit about the cabling and switching as well. What kind of a switch do we need, or how much power over Ethernet do we need? In this case, we probably have two switching closets here and here. The tool automatically routes the nearest access points to them. And then we can also be more precise about the cabling by drawing the cable paths into the floor plan. And now you can see also the cables of the access points being drawn perfectly into the switches. And now we get an understanding of, okay, which access points are connected to which switch, how much power over Ethernet does it, and how much cable are we needing, things of that nature, in 2D, in 3D, everything. Okay, that's pretty good. Then we could examine, how is this network truly going to work on my iPhone as I come to the network? And we can answer that here as well. We can see, as you would walk around the building, how would the network work. This seems like a pretty solid network for my iPhone, or my Android phone, or my MacBook, or whatever. Great. Then comes down to validate the network. So we might go on site and walk around the network with, for example, our iPhone app, as well as our Wi-Fi measurement device, which is really small, easy to carry. And then as we walk around the network, we would pick up all the Wi-Fi access points, pick up all of their signals. And whereas right now on the browser, we were doing a predictive coverage plan or a simulation of how the network would work, on the phone itself, once we walked around the site, we see how the network truly works. The tool automatically locates all your access points, shows their properties, shows the combined coverage, shows the interference levels at the site, shows all the floors, everything you need to know about the wireless network. Okay, and of course this data is available on your iPhone, on your iPad, and it's available also on your browser as well. So that was the validation part of the network. Now the network is up and running, but let's say there's a problem in the network. What do? Let's take an example. I'm going to open up an office floor plan, and we want to figure out what's going on in the network without physically going there. So instead of looking at the simulation or remember the survey, the way we measured it using our iPhone, we look at the live status of the network. So this is how the network is working at this very second. We can see the live network coverage, data rates, how utilized the network is right now in terms of Wi-Fi as well as non-Wi-Fi interference, the channel interference levels, everything. Okay, so everything looks good. What if it's a client device problem? Let's say Jussi has a problem with his laptop. Let's drill down to that and look at, okay, there is Jussi, there is his laptop, and the tool automatically starts testing against that laptop. We can see it's there, and the ping latency is good, the signal is good. We can see all the stats about any of the client devices associated to the network directly from the tool. There's no client software. So just a few things about designing, troubleshooting, and validating a wireless network. What do you think?